Focus on you, the power of absolute silence. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong. Hey there, my incredible YouTube family. Buckle up, because today, I'm diving into something that might just flip your entire worldview upside down. Ready for it? Here are 3 hooks to pull you in. What if the secret to unlocking your true potential is hiding in the one place you've been ignoring? What if the chaos of the world is drowning out the voice that matters most? Yours. And what if a few ancient philosophers cracked the code to living with unshakable purpose? And it's simpler than you think. Let's unravel this together. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for this journey. Picture this: a world screaming for your attention. Social media notifications ping relentlessly, opinions fly at you from every corner, and the pressure to keep up feels like a tidal wave. Sound familiar? In this whirlwind, it's so easy to lose yourself, to let your dreams blur and your focus scatter. Your thoughts become a tangled mess, and before you know it, you're chasing things, likes, approval, trends that don't even align with who you are. But pause for a moment. What if the key to mastering your life isn't about juggling all that noise? What if it's about turning inward, embracing the power of silence, and focusing fiercely on you? Let me ask you something. How often do you catch yourself worrying about what others think? How many times have you let the loud voices, whether from friends, family, or that endless scroll on your phone, pull you away from your own path? Every single day, we're bombarded with judgments, demands, and expectations. The world is like a hungry beast, always wanting a piece of you. But here's the real question. What do you want? What would happen if you could hush all that noise and truly listen to the quiet voice inside you? This is where the Stoics step in, those ancient philosophers who lived with a kind of clarity and strength we can only dream of. Think of Marcus Aurelius, scribbling his meditations by candlelight, or Epictetus, teaching his students to rise above life's chaos. These guys, along with Seneca, weren't just throwing around fancy ideas. They were living them. They knew that true freedom doesn't come from controlling the world around you. It comes from mastering what's within. They taught us that silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's a weapon, a tool to sharpen your mind and cut through the clutter. Imagine this for a second. You, sitting in a quiet moment, free from the weight of comparison or the need for validation. No more chasing fleeting approval. No more feeling like you're running on someone else's treadmill. Instead, you're grounded, calm, and crystal clear about what matters to you. Your goals, your values, your peace, they're all in focus. That's the power of embracing silence and self-focus, Stoic style. It's not about shutting out the world or dodging your responsibilities. It's about training your mind to filter out the irrelevant, to zero in on what truly lights you up. Why does this matter now more than ever? Because we're living in a time where distractions are relentless. From the ping of a new message to the pressure to keep up, peace can feel like a distant dream. But the Stoics' wisdom is timeless, and their practices can anchor us in this modern storm. In this video, we're going to unpack how focusing on yourself and embracing silence can lead you to a life brimming with purpose, inner strength, and unshakable calm. We'll dive into the Stoic secrets that can help you reclaim your focus and live on your own terms. Alright, my amazing YouTube crew, let's pick up right where we left off, diving deep into the art of focusing on yourself and harnessing the transformative power of silence. We've already uncovered how the Stoics' wisdom can help you cut through the world's noise to find clarity and purpose. Now let's take it a step further and explore how this journey can forge you into the strongest, most unshakable version of yourself. Ready to unlock a power that nothing and no one can ever take away? Let's do this. This isn't just about finding a moment of peace in a chaotic world. It's about sculpting a version of you that stands tall, not by outshining others, but by conquering the battlefield of your own mind. Imagine that for a second. A you so grounded, so centered, that the storms of life can't shake you. That's what mastering silence and self-focus can do. It hands you the keys to a strength that's yours alone. The Stoics, those ancient trailblazers of wisdom, knew this secret, and today, we're peeling back the layers to see how their timeless philosophy can light up your path to true inner freedom. At the heart of Stoicism lies a truth so simple yet so profound, it might just stop you in your tracks. The only thing you truly control is yourself. In a world that bombards you with expectations, distractions, and pressures, like a never-ending ping of notifications or the weight of others' opinions, the Stoics urged us to turn inward. Focusing on yourself isn't about being selfish or locking the world out. It's about taking charge of your inner world, molding your thoughts, emotions, and actions to reflect the person you're meant to be. It's about asking yourself, what values drive me? How can I respond to life's chaos with grace and purpose? Why is this self-focus the golden key to freedom? Because when you let the world steer your thoughts, you hand over your power. Think about it. How many times have you made a choice just to please someone else? How often have you veered off your path because of a comment, a trend, or a fleeting need for approval? The Stoics saw through this trap. They taught that real freedom blooms when you focus solely on what's in your control, your mind, your reactions, your choices. By doing this, you build a fortress of inner strength. The opinions, judgments, and chaos of the outside world, they lose their grip. You become a calm, steady force, rooted in your own truth. Now let's talk about the magic of silence, a tool the Stoics wielded like a master craftsman. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, silence is like a rare gem, precious and hard to find. But the Stoics knew it's more than just a break from noise. Silence is where you meet yourself. It's the quiet space where your thoughts untangle, where your deepest desires rise to the surface. Picture this. You, sitting still, free from the buzz of your phone or the chatter of the world, listening to the gentle rhythm of your own mind. That's where clarity is born. Silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's the absence of distractions, a sacred haven where your mind can reflect, grow, and align with your true purpose. By embracing silence, you create a sanctuary for your thoughts to breathe. You strip away the clutter of the world and tune into the quiet wisdom within. It's like clearing the fog from a window to see the world and yourself more clearly. This practice of silent self-focus isn't just a Stoic relic. It's a lifeline in today's whirlwind of overstimulation. It's how you reclaim your power, sharpen your focus, and build a life that feels authentic and unshakable. So how do you actually put this into practice? How do you take these Stoic principles and weave them into your everyday life? That's what we're diving into next, so stay with me. Things are about to get even more exciting. Yo, my incredible YouTube squad. Let's keep the momentum going. We've just unpacked how the Stoics' wisdom of self-focus and silence can anchor you in a chaotic world, giving you the power to master your mind. Now let's dive deeper into the practical magic of Stoicism, how you can weave self-awareness, reject the lure of external validation, and harness discipline to become the truest, strongest version of yourself. Ready to transform your daily life with these ancient secrets? Let's jump in. First, let's talk about the cornerstone of Stoic self-focus, self-awareness. Imagine your mind as a vast, uncharted ocean. Without a map, you're just drifting, tossed by every wave of emotion or impulse. The Stoics knew that to navigate this ocean, you need to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, even your deepest fears. Self-awareness is like a lighthouse, guiding you to understand your thoughts and behaviors. It's the moment you realize that spark of anger, that knot of anxiety, they're not eerie, they're just fleeting visitors passing through your mind. By stepping back and observing these emotions, you gain the power to choose how to respond, rather than being swept away by every feeling. How liberating would it feel to know you're not a slave to your impulses, but the captain of your inner world? Now, let's tackle something we all face in this hyper-connected age: the trap of external validation. Picture yourself scrolling through social media, watching the likes and comments roll in, or not. It's so easy to tie your worth to those numbers, to the opinions of friends, followers, or even strangers. But the Stoics? They'd shake their heads at this. They believed your value isn't tied to what others think. It's rooted in your own virtues, your own goodness. Marcus Aurelius, that wise emperor-philosopher, urged us to focus on being a good human, not chasing applause. When you stop measuring yourself by the world's fickle standards, you break free from the exhausting cycle of people-pleasing. Your worth? It's intrinsic, glowing from within, untouchable by the noise outside. Isn't that a freedom worth chasing? Next up is the art of self-control, the discipline that turns your intentions into reality. In a world that dangles distractions like shiny bait, endless notifications, tempting indulgences, fleeting pleasures, it's easy to lose your way. The Stoics saw self-control as the ultimate act of mastery. It's not about locking your desires in a cage. It's about guiding them, like a skilled rider taming a wild horse. Can you say no to habits that pull you off course? Can you say yes to choices that align with your highest purpose? That's where the magic happens. Discipline is the bridge between dreaming of a better you and becoming that person. It's the steady hand that keeps your actions in harmony with your values, building a life that feels authentic and whole. So how do you bring this Stoic wisdom into your everyday grind? It starts with carving out a sacred slice of your day for self-reflection. Maybe it's a quiet morning meditation, a few pages in your journal, or just sitting in stillness, listening to your own heartbeat. Use this time to check in. How am I feeling? What matters to me today? Where do I need to focus? Then, throughout the day, practice self-awareness, like a muscle you're training. Notice your thoughts, your reactions, the way your heart races or your jaw clenches. Remind yourself, I am not my emotions. I am not my thoughts. I am the one watching, the one choosing. This simple act of observation is like clearing the fog from a mirror, revealing the real you underneath. But what happens when you start living this way? How does this Stoic practice shape your relationships, your goals, your entire life? That's what we're exploring next, so don't go anywhere. The best is yet to come. What's good, my amazing YouTube fam? We've just explored how self-awareness, rejecting external validation, and mastering self-control can transform you into a powerhouse of purpose and peace, all rooted in Stoic wisdom. Now, let's turn up the volume on silence. Yes, silence. And discover how this ancient practice can be your secret weapon in a noisy world. Ready to unlock the magic of stillness and clarity? Let's dive into the Stoic art of silence and see how it can shape your life like never before. As we begin, let's anchor ourselves in a powerful truth. Your worth isn't tied to the fleeting opinions of others. Imagine standing tall, unshaken, knowing your value flows from your actions, your principles, your unwavering commitment to being your best self. The Stoics taught us to let go of the world's applause and focus inward, cultivating a life of inner strength, serenity, and true freedom. It all starts within you. You are the architect of your mind, the one who shapes your destiny. By embracing this Stoic philosophy of self-focus, you're not just building a life, you're crafting a masterpiece. Now, let's talk about silence in a world that never seems to shut up. Picture this: the constant buzz of notifications, the endless scroll of social media, the relentless demands of work, family, life. It's like a symphony of chaos, drowning out your inner voice. For the Stoics, silence wasn't just a break from this noise. It was a sacred tool for self-mastery. They saw silence as a sanctuary, a space where you could pause, reflect, and reconnect with your deepest wisdom. In those quiet moments, the chaos of the world fades, and you're left with something profound: clarity. Isn't it wild to think that the absence of sound could hold such power? Silence is the gateway to stillness, and stillness is where the real magic happens. In our fast-paced lives, we're so caught up chasing deadlines, goals, or approval that we forget to check in with ourselves. Silence flips the script. It's like pressing pause on a hectic movie, giving you a moment to breathe and see the bigger picture. The Stoics used these quiet moments to reflect on their thoughts, their actions, their emotions. They'd ask, "What's in my control? What's not?" This introspection helped them align their lives with their highest values, like a compass, guiding them through life's storms. When you embrace silence, you create space to uncover what truly matters to you, to rediscover the spark that drives your purpose. But silence isn't just about staying quiet. It's about mastering the art of listening. The Stoics weren't just sitting in silence to zone out. They were tuning in. They practiced listening deeply, not just to the words of others, but to the quiet truths whispering within themselves. Think about it. How often do you really listen? Not just nodding along in a conversation, but truly absorbing what's being said, or what your own heart is trying to tell you. Listening is a discipline, a way to step back and observe. In that quiet space, you hear the wisdom that the world's noise so often drowns out. It's like finding a hidden melody in the chaos, one that guides you toward a life of intention and serenity. And here's where silence gets even more powerful. It's a cornerstone of self-control, one of the Stoics' highest virtues. In a world that tempts you to react, to speak, to chase every shiny distraction, choosing silence is an act of strength. It's saying, "I'm in charge of my mind, my words, my actions." By practicing silence, you sharpen your ability to stay calm, to think clearly, to act with purpose. It's like training a muscle. Each quiet moment makes you stronger, more aligned with the person you're meant to be. So how do you take this practice of silence and make it a game changer in your daily life? What specific steps can you take to harness its power and live with Stoic clarity? That's what we're diving into next. So stick around. The journey's about to get even more exciting. Hey, my unstoppable YouTube crew, let's keep this Stoic fire burning. We've just uncovered how silence isn't just a break from the noise. It's a powerful tool for clarity, listening, and self-control, straight from the Stoic playbook. Now, let's take it to the next level and explore how weaving silence into your daily life can help you master your emotions, speak with purpose, and live with unshakable integrity. Ready to make silence your superpower? Let's dive in and see how it can transform your world. At the heart of Stoic wisdom lies the art of governing your impulses, of steering your reactions with intention and grace. Imagine this. You're in the heat of a frustrating moment. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic, or a heated argument flares up. Your first instinct might be to snap back, to let anger take the wheel. But the Stoics? They'd tell you to pause, to embrace silence as your shield. That moment of quiet isn't just a breather. It's a game changer. It gives you the space to process your emotions, to think before you act, to choose a response that aligns with your values. Isn't it incredible how a single pause can break the cycle of regret and keep you true to who you are? Incorporating silence into your life doesn't mean retreating to a mountaintop or swearing off conversation. It's about carving out intentional pockets of stillness, even when the world around you is a whirlwind. Picture the Stoics, starting their day with quiet reflection, sitting in contemplation amidst their busy lives, or choosing silence in a heated debate. These moments weren't random. They were deliberate, a way to sharpen their focus and realign with their purpose. You can do this too. Maybe it's 5 minutes of morning meditation, a quiet walk without your phone, or a pause before responding in a tough conversation. Silence is a practice, not a one-time event, and weaving it into your day is like threading a golden cord through the fabric of your life, keeping you grounded and centered, no matter what chaos comes your way. Now, let's talk about silence in speech. Because for the Stoics, staying quiet wasn't about shutting up for the sake of it. It was about making your words count. Words are powerful. They can inspire, heal, or guide. But they can also wound or mislead when thrown around carelessly. The Stoics knew this, so they practiced speaking with purpose. Imagine pausing before you speak, reflecting, are my words true? Are they kind? Do they reflect who I am? That moment of silence before speaking is like polishing a gem. It ensures your words shine with intention and impact. By saying less but meaning more, you turn your speech into a force that uplifts and aligns with your deepest values. How powerful would it feel to know every word you say carries weight? And here's where silence truly shines, as a path to emotional mastery. The Stoics were no strangers to the storms of emotion, anger, fear, sadness, that can cloud your judgment and lead you astray. We've all been there, right? That moment when you're so upset you want to lash out, to let your feelings run the show. But silence offers a lifeline. It's like stepping out of a raging river onto solid ground, giving you space to breathe and gain perspective. When you pause in silence, you detach from the grip of your emotions. You see them for what they are: temporary waves, not your identity. This space lets you process, regroup, and choose a response that's measured, intentional, and true to you. Silence isn't just quiet. It's the key to ruling your emotional world with wisdom and strength. So, what's next? How do you take these practices of silence and self-control and turn them into a lifestyle that radiates purpose and peace? We're about to wrap this up with some final Stoic wisdom, so stay tuned. The grand finale is coming. Yo, my incredible YouTube tribe, let's keep riding this Stoic wave. We've just seen how silence isn't just a pause. It's a powerful act of self-control, a way to master your emotions and speak with purpose, grounding you in a chaotic world. Now let's zoom in on the ultimate power of silence and the bedrock of Stoic virtue: self-control. This is where the magic of personal growth begins, and trust me, you're going to want to lean in for this one. Ready to unlock the strength to shape your destiny? Let's dive deep. Silence, in the Stoic world, is no quiet bystander. It's a bold act of choice, like planting a flag in the ground and declaring, I choose peace, clarity, and wisdom. Picture it. Silence isn't just the absence of noise. It's a vibrant space alive with thought, focus, and self-awareness. It's like stepping into a tranquil forest where your mind can breathe, reflect, and grow. The more you embrace this stillness, the more you gain control over your inner world, navigating life's storms with a resilience that feels almost superhuman. In this sacred quiet, you sow the seeds of Stoic virtue, wisdom, courage, purpose, and watch them bloom into a life that's undeniably yours. Isn't it amazing how something as simple as silence can hold such transformative power? Now let's talk about self-control, the cornerstone of everything the Stoics held dear. Imagine self-control as the foundation of a mighty fortress. Without it, no other virtue can stand tall. The Stoics believed that before you can embody wisdom, courage, justice, or temperance, you must first master your desires, your impulses, your emotions. It's about choosing reason over a knee-jerk reaction, calm over chaos, and actions that reflect your values over emotions that threaten to derail you. Without this discipline, you're like a ship tossed by every wave of circumstance, at the mercy of fleeting feelings or external pressures. But with self-control, you become the captain, steering your life with purpose and strength. How empowering is it to know you hold that kind of power within you? This journey of personal growth doesn't start with changing the world around you. It begins deep within, in the quiet chambers of your own mind. The Stoics knew that while life's events are often beyond our control, our responses are always ours to shape. Picture yourself facing a challenge. Maybe it's a setback at work, a moment of frustration, or a temptation pulling you off course. Your ability to pause, to exercise self-control, decides whether you stay steady or spiral. True strength isn't about fighting external battles. It's about standing firm in your values, calm and unshaken, no matter what life throws your way. That's the kind of growth that reshapes not just your day, but your entire destiny. And here's a Stoic gem that hits hard in our instant gratification world: the power of delayed gratification. In an age of quick fixes and fleeting pleasures, think one-tap purchases or endless scrolling, the Stoics urged us to play the long game. Delayed gratification is about saying no to the shiny, short-term temptation so you can say yes to something far greater. It's choosing a healthy meal over junk food, a meaningful conversation over a mindless distraction, or hard work today for a dream tomorrow. This practice keeps your eyes on what truly matters: your health, your relationships, your growth, and shields you from the detours that lead nowhere. Can you imagine the freedom of living for what's lasting, not just what's easy? At its heart, self-control is emotional mastery, the ability to navigate the wild tides of anger, fear, or desire without losing your way. It's about becoming the calm center in your own storm, choosing responses that reflect the best version of you. The Stoics didn't just preach this, they lived it, and you can too, building a life of integrity and purpose with every mindful choice. What's up, my phenomenal YouTube fam? We've just unpacked how silence and self-control are the dynamic duo of Stoic wisdom, empowering you to master your emotions and shape a life of purpose through delayed gratification. Now let's dive into the heart of this philosophy: how self-control transforms your daily decisions, strengthens your integrity, and unlocks a freedom so profound it'll leave you speechless. Ready to discover how every choice you make can sculpt the best version of you? Let's get into it. The Stoics had a refreshing take on emotions. They're not good or bad. They're just messengers, whispering insights about what's going on inside. But left unchecked, those whispers can turn into a roaring storm, leading to rash decisions, impulsive outbursts, or unnecessary pain. Picture this: anger bubbling up, frustration tightening your chest, or fear sneaking into your thoughts. Without self-control, those emotions could hijack your actions, pulling you away from who you want to be. But with self-control, you become the calm conductor of your inner orchestra. You pause, reflect, and choose a response that serves your higher purpose, guiding your emotions like a skilled navigator steering through choppy waters. Isn't it liberating to know you can shape your reactions instead of being swept away? Now let's talk about the everyday magic of self-control, because personal growth isn't just about grand gestures. It's built in the small, quiet moments of your day. Every choice you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of who you're becoming. Imagine resisting the urge to snap back in a heated moment, choosing a nourishing meal over a quick snack, or staying focused when your phone begs for attention. The Stoics saw life as a tapestry woven from these tiny decisions, each one a chance to practice self-control. These moments might seem small, but they're like reps in the gym. The more you flex your self-control in the little things, the stronger you become for life's big challenges. Each deliberate choice is a step toward a life that reflects your deepest values. How incredible is it that every day offers you a chance to shape your destiny? Self-control is also the heartbeat of personal integrity, the Stoic virtue that keeps you true to yourself no matter what. Integrity is about living in alignment with your values, even when it's tough, when temptation whispers, when pressure mounts, or when the world tries to sway you. Without self-control, it's easy to slip, to compromise your principles for convenience or approval. But the Stoics? They were unshakable. They believed you must honor your commitments to yourself, to others, to the world, regardless of external noise. Picture yourself standing firm, like a lighthouse in a storm, making choices that reflect the highest version of you. That's integrity, and it's self-control that makes it possible, ensuring your actions always mirror the person you aspire to be. And here's the payoff that makes every ounce of effort worth it. The rewards of self-control are nothing short of life-changing. By mastering your impulses, emotions, and distractions, you claim a freedom that's deeper than anything the world can offer. This isn't freedom from life's challenges. It's freedom from being ruled by them. Imagine living untethered from the chaos of fleeting desires, unshaken by emotional turbulence, and unbothered by the world's constant tug. The Stoics taught that true freedom comes from governing yourself, from choosing how you respond to every moment. With self-control, you're not at the mercy of circumstances. You're the architect of a life filled with meaning, purpose, and unshakable peace. Yo, my unstoppable YouTube crew! We're in the home stretch of this Stoic journey. We've just explored how self-control is the key to mastering your emotions, shaping daily decisions, and living with unshakable integrity, all while unlocking a freedom that's truly yours. Now let's bring it full circle and dive into the lifelong adventure of self-control and the profound peace that comes from focusing inward and embracing silence. Ready to discover how these practices can lead you to a life of clarity and tranquility? Let's wrap this up with a bang. Self-control isn't a skill you master in a weekend. It's a lifelong odyssey, a winding path of growth, learning and refining your ability to choose wisely. Picture yourself as a sculptor, chiseling away at a block of marble, each careful strike shaping a masterpiece. You. The Stoics knew this journey wouldn't be flawless. There'll be stumbles, moments when temptation wins, when emotions flare, or when you slip from your path. But here's the beauty. Every setback is a lesson, a chance to sharpen your resolve and step forward stronger. Personal growth isn't a finish line you cross. It's a vibrant, ever-unfolding story. With every moment you practice self-control, you align more closely with your true self, crafting a life radiant with virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. Isn't it inspiring to know that every choice, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming your best? Now let's shift to the heart of Stoic tranquility, focusing on yourself in a world that's screaming for your attention. Imagine the chaos around you, endless notifications, opinions flying like arrows, societal pressures trying to pull you off course. The Stoics had a radical solution: turn inward. By zeroing in on your own thoughts, actions, and growth, you build a fortress of calm that no external storm can breach. This isn't about ignoring the world. It's about detaching from its noise, the judgments, the drama, the fleeting trends, and rooting yourself in what truly matters: your values, your desires, your goals. In this focused state, you find a clarity so sharp it cuts through the clutter, leaving you with a peace that feels like a warm, steady glow within. Can you feel the freedom of living untouched by the world's turbulence? Thank you for staying with Live Stoic, Live Strong. It means you're seeking more than words. We're here for that journey with you. This self-focus is your path to crystal clear clarity. When you stop letting the world dictate your reactions, you step into a new kind of power. Instead of snapping back impulsively or chasing fleeting distractions, you respond with intention, like an artist carefully choosing each stroke. Self-focus strips away the superficial, petty worries, meaningless comparisons, and leaves you with a clear vision of who you are and where you're headed. Your mind becomes a calm, uncluttered space, free to make decisions that resonate with your deepest desires. And with that clarity comes a peace so profound, it's like standing in the eye of a storm, untouched by the chaos swirling around you. And here's where silence weaves its magic once again. In a world that never stops chattering, silence is your sanctuary, a quiet haven where your true voice can shine through. The Stoics cherished silence not just as a break from noise, but as a sacred space for reflection and self-awareness. Picture this: you in a moment of stillness, free from the buzz of your phone or the demands of the day, listening to the gentle rhythm of your own thoughts. This is where introspection happens. System. All right, my amazing YouTube family, we're at the grand finale of this Stoic journey, and it's time to tie it all together. We've uncovered how self-control is a lifelong adventure, shaping you into your truest self, and how focusing inward with silence can lead to unshakable inner peace. Now, let's wrap this up with a powerful call to action. Practical steps to make these Stoic principles your daily superpower. Ready to start living with purpose, clarity, and strength? Let's seal this wisdom into your life. First, let's revisit the heart of what we've learned. Self-control is your foundation, the bedrock that lets you navigate life's chaos with wisdom and integrity. Picture yourself as a skilled archer, pulling back the bowstring of your emotions and impulses, aiming with precision toward a life aligned with your values. The Stoics taught us that emotions, anger, fear, joy, are just signals, not your masters. When you feel that heat rising or doubt creeping in, pause, take a breath. That moment of self-control is your power, letting you choose responses that reflect your highest self, not fleeting feelings. It's like steering a ship through a storm, steady, deliberate, and always in command. Can you feel the strength in knowing you hold the wheel? Now let's talk about making self-control a daily habit, because growth happens in the small moments. Every day is a canvas of choices, resisting the urge to scroll mindlessly, choosing words that uplift rather than wound, or sticking to a system. Hey there, my incredible YouTube crew. We're wrapping up this Stoic journey with a bang, and I'm thrilled to share the final piece of this wisdom to help you live with purpose and peace. We've explored how self-control is a lifelong journey, how silence unlocks clarity, and how focusing inward leads to unshakable inner tranquility. Now, Let's make this practical, real steps to weave Stoic principles into your everyday life. Ready to transform your days with intention and strength? Let's dive into the grand finale. The Stoics knew emotions aren't good or bad. They're just information, like a weather report for your soul. When anger flares, frustration builds, or fear whispers, self-control is your superpower. Picture this. You're in a heated moment, and instead of snapping back, you pause, like a warrior taking a steady breath before battle. That pause is your edge, giving you space to reflect and respond with purpose, not impulse. It's not about suppressing emotions, but guiding them, ensuring every action aligns with the person you're becoming. How empowering is it to know you can choose calm over chaos? Here's the kicker. Personal growth isn't built on grand gestures. It's crafted in the quiet, everyday choices. Imagine each decision, skipping that extra snack, staying focused despite a buzzing phone, or speaking with kindness, as a brushstroke painting the masterpiece of your life. The Stoics saw these moments as opportunities to practice self-control, each one strengthening you for the big challenges. Start small. Set aside 5 minutes each morning for silence, maybe journaling or meditating, to check in with yourself. Ask, what's driving me today? Where's my focus? Throughout the day, notice your thoughts and reactions, reminding yourself, I'm not my emotions. I'm the one choosing. It's like clearing fog from a mirror, revealing your true self. Now let's make silence your secret weapon. In a world screaming for attention, silence is your sanctuary, a sacred space where clarity is born. Picture yourself in a quiet moment, free from notifications, just you and your thoughts, like a still lake reflecting the sky. The Stoics used silence for reflection, to align with their values and find peace. Try this. Carve out intentional quiet moments, maybe a phone-free walk or a pause before speaking. These pockets of stillness sharpen your focus, letting you hear your inner wisdom over the world's noise. And when you do speak, make it count. Ask yourself, are my words true? Are they kind? It's like polishing a gem. Your words shine with purpose. Finally, let's talk rewards, because self-control and silence deliver big. By mastering your impulses and focusing inward, you claim a freedom no external chaos can touch. Imagine living untethered from fleeting desires or others' opinions, standing firm like a lighthouse in a storm. This isn't just freedom, it's power. The ability to shape your responses, decisions, and life with intention. The Stoics believed true peace comes from within, and every step you take in this practice brings you closer to a life of meaning, purpose, and unshakable calm. Hey there, my incredible YouTube family. We're at the grand finale of this Stoic journey, and it's time to tie it all together. We've uncovered how self-control is a lifelong adventure, shaping you into your truest self, and how focusing inward with silence can lead to unshakable inner peace. Now let's make this practical, real steps to make these Stoic principles your daily superpower. Ready to start living with purpose, clarity, and strength? Let's seal this wisdom into your life. First, let's revisit the heart of what we've learned. Self-control is your foundation, the bedrock that lets you navigate life's chaos with wisdom and integrity. Picture yourself as a skilled archer, pulling back the bowstring of your emotions and impulses, aiming with precision toward a life aligned with your values. The Stoics taught us that emotions, anger, fear, joy, are just signals, not your masters. When you feel that heat rising or doubt creeping in, pause. Take a breath. That moment of self-control is your power, letting you choose responses that reflect your highest self, not fleeting feelings. It's like steering a ship through a storm, steady, deliberate, and always in command. Can you feel the strength in knowing you hold the wheel? Now, let's talk about making self-control a daily habit. Because growth happens in the small moments. Every day is a canvas of choices. Resisting the urge to scroll mindlessly, choosing words that uplift rather than wound, or staying focused despite a buzzing phone. The Stoics saw these moments as opportunities to practice self-control, each one strengthening you for the big challenges. Start small. Set aside 5 minutes each morning for silence, maybe journaling or meditating, to check in with yourself. Ask, what's driving me today? Where's my focus? Throughout the day, notice your thoughts and reactions, reminding yourself, I'm not my emotions, I'm the one choosing. It's like clearing fog from a mirror, revealing your true self. Now let's make silence your secret weapon. In a world screaming for attention, silence is your sanctuary, a sacred space where clarity is born. Picture yourself in a quiet moment, free from notifications, just you and your thoughts, like a still lake reflecting the sky. The Stoics used silence for reflection, to align with their values and find peace. Try this. Carve out intentional quiet moments, maybe a phone-free walk or a pause before speaking. These pockets of stillness sharpen your focus, letting you hear your inner wisdom over the world's noise. And when you do speak, make it count. Ask yourself, are my words true? Are they kind? It's like polishing a gem. Your words shine with purpose. Finally, let's talk rewards, because self-control and silence deliver big. By mastering your impulses and focusing inward, you claim a freedom no external chaos can touch. Imagine living untethered from fleeting desires or others' opinions, standing firm like a lighthouse in a storm. This isn't just freedom, it's power. The ability to shape your responses, decisions, and life with intention. The Stoics believed true peace comes from within, and every step you take in this practice brings you closer to a life of meaning, purpose, and unshakable calm. What's good, my unstoppable YouTube squad? We've just unlocked the daily magic of self-control and silence, turning small choices and quiet moments into a powerhouse for personal growth and peace. Now, let's dive into the final chapter of this Stoic journey, where silence becomes a discipline, solitude sparks transformation, and focusing inward sets you free. Ready to embrace these practices and build a life of strength and serenity? Let's make this finale unforgettable. Silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's a bold act of discipline, like choosing to stand still in a world that's always rushing. The Stoics saw idle chatter and careless words as traps, sparking conflict, confusion, or wasted energy. Picture this. You're in a heated debate, words flying like sparks, and instead of jumping in, you choose silence. That choice is your shield, protecting you from emotional chaos and keeping your energy sacred. By staying quiet, you sidestep the drama that words so often ignite, cultivating a peace that feels like a cool breeze on a stormy day. Silence isn't just restraint, it's a practice that anchors your inner equilibrium, letting you move through life with calm and purpose. Isn't it wild how something so simple can be so powerful? Now let's talk about solitude, the quiet partner of silence, where real growth takes root. Imagine solitude as a sacred retreat, a space where the world's opinions and expectations fade, leaving just you and your thoughts. The Stoics cherished these moments, knowing they're where you connect with your deepest self. In solitude, you're free to reflect without interruption, like gazing into a clear mirror that shows your strengths, weaknesses, and dreams. It's here, away from life's distractions, that you confront what holds you back, sharpen what makes you shine, and make choices that align with your highest purpose. These quiet moments aren't lonely. They're alive with possibility, a chance to sculpt the person you're meant to be. Don't let the world fool you. Silence isn't passive, and it's definitely not weakness. In a society obsessed with hustle and noise, choosing silence is a radical act of strength. It's like turning off a blaring radio to hear the soft, steady rhythm of your inner wisdom. This internal dialogue becomes your compass, guiding you to act with intention, not impulse. Silence builds a fortress of resolve, empowering you to make decisions that reflect your true values, not fleeting reactions. Picture yourself standing firm, unshaken by the world's chaos, your strength radiating from within. That's the power of silence, a quiet force that fuels your courage and purpose. When you pair self-focus with silence, you create a perfect storm for inner peace. Self-focus centers your thoughts, like a lighthouse cutting through fog, while silence offers a sanctuary to reflect without the world's noise creeping in. Together, they ground you in who you are and what you value, freeing you from the tug-of-war of external pressures. Life's challenges don't vanish, but with this clarity and calm, you face them with a quiet strength that feels unshakable. Inner peace isn't about escaping problems. It's about meeting them with a steady heart and a clear mind, rooted in the life you've chosen. And here's the ultimate gift: the freedom that comes from focusing on yourself and embracing silence. Imagine shedding the weight of others' expectations, like dropping a heavy backpack after a long hike. When you turn inward, you detach from the world's judgments, opinions, and demands, stepping into a freedom that's yours alone. This isn't selfishness, it's liberation, a chance to live for your values, not someone else's script. With silence as your ally, you build a life of resilience, fulfillment, and peace that no external chaos can touch. Yo, my incredible YouTube fam! We're nearing the end of this life-changing Stoic journey, and what a ride it's been. We've just unlocked the freedom of focusing inward, embracing silence, and living authentically, free from the world's expectations. Now let's tackle the chaos of modern life, how external noise and distractions threaten your peace, and how the Stoics' wisdom can help you rise above it all. Ready to reclaim your clarity and stay true to your path? Let's dive into this final chapter with fire. This freedom we've been chasing, the freedom to live true to your values, to grow without needing anyone's approval, is like a rare gem in today's world. It's the power to stand tall, aligned with your deepest desires, unshaken by the storms around you. But let's be real. The modern world is a relentless assault on that freedom. Picture this: the constant ping of notifications, the flood of news and social media, the endless demands pulling you in every direction. It's like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a rock concert. This barrage of noise doesn't just distract you. It drowns out your ability to think clearly, to reflect, to connect with the real you. The Stoics saw this coming centuries ago, which is why they doubled down on controlling your thoughts and turning inward. Isn't it wild how their ancient wisdom feels tailor-made for our chaotic times? This external noise isn't just annoying, it's a thief, quietly eroding your inner peace. When you let the world's chaos sweep you up, it's like tossing your calm into a blender. Your thoughts fragment, your emotions yo-yo with every headline or comment, and suddenly, you're reacting to life instead of steering it. The Stoics knew this cycle was the enemy of tranquility. The more you're caught in the whirlwind of likes, trends, or drama, the harder it is to find that steady, grounded peace they prized. Vividly imagine a life where you're not constantly reacting, but responding with intention. like a seasoned captain navigating choppy seas. True peace isn't about dodging life's storms. It's about facing them with a clear, calm mind, detached from the chaos. Then there's the modern myth that busyness equals productivity. Ever feel like you're running on a hamster wheel, always doing, but never really moving forward? The Stoics called this out as an illusion. Constant activity, answering every email, chasing every notification, creates chaos, not progress. True productivity, they argued, comes from focused, meaningful effort, like an artist carefully crafting a masterpiece, not a juggler tossing a dozen balls in the air. This obsession with busyness tricks you into filling your days with shallow tasks, leaving you spinning, disconnected from your deeper goals. The result? Your inner peace slips further away, like a distant shore fading in the fog. And let's not ignore one of the sneakiest traps of all: comparison. Social media bombards you with curated highlight reels, perfect vacations, flawless bodies, dream careers. It's easy to fall into the trap of measuring your life against these illusions, feeling like you're falling short. The Stoics would shake their heads at this. Comparing yourself to others is like chasing a mirage. It pulls you away from your unique path and clouds your clarity. By focusing inward, you break free from this cycle, grounding yourself in your own values and progress, not someone else's polished facade. Yo, my unstoppable YouTube crew, we're charging toward the finish line of this Stoic adventure, and the energy is electric. We've just tackled how the modern world's noise, endless distractions, busyness, and comparison threatens to steal your peace and pull you off your unique path. Now let's dive into the Stoic strategies to rise above this chaos, reclaim your focus, and unlock your full potential. Ready to master the noise and live with unshakable clarity? Let's make this chapter unforgettable. The trap of comparison is a sneaky thief, creeping into your mind with every curated post or perfect highlight reel you scroll past. It whispers feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, or dissatisfaction, making you question your worth. But here's the truth. The Stoics shouted from the rooftops, your value doesn't come from stacking up against others. It's born within you, rooted in your own purpose and path. Imagine standing in a vibrant forest, your life a unique tree, growing at its own pace, not diminished by the height of others. By focusing on yourself, you break free from the comparison game, living authentically with a peace that radiates from within. Isn't it liberating to know your worth is yours alone, untouched by the world's fleeting measures? Enter the Stoic art of withdrawal, not running away, but carving out sacred space to reconnect with your core. Picture this. Amidst the whirlwind of notifications and demands, you create a quiet oasis, like a serene lake reflecting your true self. This isn't about isolating yourself. It's about stepping back just enough to hear your own thoughts, to realign with your values and purpose. Maybe it's a morning ritual of silence, a phone-free walk, or a moment to breathe before diving into the day. This practice of withdrawal is your shield, protecting your peace and sharpening your focus. By giving yourself this space, you nurture growth and reflection, grounding yourself in what truly matters. How powerful would it feel to have a sanctuary no chaos can touch? Then there's detachment, the Stoic superpower that sets you free. Imagine the world tugging at you, approval, trends, outcomes, all vying for your energy. The Stoics taught us to let go of what we can't control and pour our focus into what we can, our thoughts, actions, and choices. Detachment isn't cold indifference. It's like untethering a kite, letting it soar above the storm. When you stop tying your happiness to external chaos, someone's opinion, a fleeting result, you reclaim your emotional freedom. This clarity lets you direct your energy with purpose, keeping your peace steady no matter what swirls around you. It's like standing calm in the eye of a hurricane, unshaken and in control. But here's the kicker. Too much noise doesn't just mess with your peace, it stunts your growth. When your mind is bombarded by constant stimuli, it's like trying to plant a garden in a windstorm. Nothing takes root. Deep thought, reflection, the quiet moments where breakthroughs happen, they need space to breathe. The Stoics knew growth demands solitude and stillness, a chance to cultivate the habits and mindset that propel you forward. Without it, you're stuck spinning your wheels, distracted from the path to your full potential. The noise isn't just loud, it's a barrier to becoming the best version of you. So how do you conquer this chaos? The Stoics didn't fight the noise, they mastered it. You can't silence the world, but you can choose how you respond. Picture yourself as a skilled surfer, riding the waves of distraction with grace. Practice mindfulness. Notice when noise pulls you off track and gently bring your focus back. Set boundaries, like turning off notifications or scheduling quiet time. Create intentional spaces for silence, where you can reflect and recharge. These acts of discipline are your armor, helping you reclaim your focus and protect your peace in a world that never stops shouting. What's up, my unstoppable YouTube tribe? We've just harnessed the Stoic art of mastering external noise, turning distractions into opportunities for growth by practicing withdrawal, detachment, and mindfulness. Now let's take it to the next level and wrap this journey with a powerful conclusion on reclaiming your peace and the transformative magic of solitude. Ready to step into a life of clarity, purpose, and unshakable calm? Let's dive into this final chapter and make it epic. The more you train yourself to stay centered amidst the world's chaos, the less power its distractions hold over you. It's like building a mental fortress. Each mindful moment strengthens your walls, transforming noise from a source of stress into a tool for growth. The Stoics knew external distractions are inevitable, like waves crashing on a shore, but they don't have to define you. By focusing inward, detaching from the unnecessary, and mastering the noise, you reclaim a peace that's not just a fleeting moment, but a steady flame glowing within. Picture this: you, standing tall, unshaken by the world's demands, living authentically with a clarity that lights your path. This peace grows stronger with every intentional choice, arming you with the focus and strength to face life's challenges with grace and purpose. Isn't it incredible to know you can cultivate a calm that no storm can touch? Now, let's explore the Stoic superpower of solitude, a practice that's not just about being alone, but about unlocking your deepest potential. In a world that's always demanding your attention, solitude feels like a rare gift, a quiet rebellion against the noise. The Stoics saw it as sacred, a space where true clarity, wisdom, and peace are born. Imagine stepping away from the buzz of life, like retreating to a serene mountaintop, where your thoughts can roam free, untainted by distractions. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's a sanctuary where your mind sharpens, your heart aligns, and your soul prepares for the road ahead. It's where you connect with the deeper currents of who you are, ready to face the world with renewed strength. At the heart of solitude lies the power of reflection, the cornerstone of growth. Picture solitude as a still lake, its surface mirroring your thoughts, actions, and desires with crystal clarity. In these quiet moments, you pause to ask, are my choices aligned with my values? Am I chasing goals that truly matter? Am I staying true to myself? This introspection isn't just navel-gazing. It's a deliberate act of self-improvement, like a craftsman refining their work. The Stoics knew that without these reflective pauses, you risk drifting through life, reacting instead of creating. Solitude gives you the space to become proactive, to steer your life with intention, ensuring every step reflects the person you aspire to be. And here's where solitude gets even more profound. It teaches you to silence the chatter of your own mind. We're not just battling external noise. Our thoughts can be a storm of worries, doubts, and distractions, clouding our judgment. In solitude, you learn to hush this inner noise, like calming a restless sea. This stillness unlocks a deeper wisdom, a quiet voice within that guides you with clarity and truth. The Stoics believed a focused mind is the foundation of a virtuous life, and solitude is the training ground where you strip away the clutter, connecting with your core. It's like tuning an instrument. Every moment of silence brings your mind into harmony, ready to play the music of a calm, purposeful life. Hey there, my incredible YouTube fam. We're soaring toward the end of this Stoic journey, and the wisdom keeps getting deeper. We've just uncovered how solitude is a sacred space for reflection, silencing the mind's chatter, and unlocking clarity and peace. Now let's dive into the heart of mastery and inner tranquility, exploring how solitude fuels your growth, strengthens your courage, and transforms your life. Ready to embrace the quiet power of being alone with yourself? Let's make this chapter unforgettable. Mastery, whether it's personal growth, a skill, or emotional resilience, isn't born in the spotlight. It's forged in the quiet crucible of solitude. Picture yourself as a sculptor, alone in your studio, chiseling away at a block of marble with focus and care. The Stoics knew that true expertise demands discipline, practice, and uninterrupted time, and solitude is the perfect stage for this work. In these solitary moments, free from the world's noise, you pour your energy into honing your craft. Whether it's cultivating wisdom, building physical strength, or sharpening your emotional grit, it's like planting a seed in fertile soil. Solitude gives you the space to nurture your virtues, laying the foundation for greatness. Isn't it amazing how the quietest moments can spark the loudest transformations? But solitude isn't just about mastery. It's your path to the ultimate Stoic prize: inner peace. Imagine peace as a steady, glowing ember within you, untouched by the storms of life. Solitude creates the space for this ember to thrive, distancing you from the distractions and demands that threaten your calm. In these quiet moments, you embrace stillness not as emptiness, but as a source of strength, like a calm lake reflecting the stars. The Stoics taught that peace doesn't come from external winds, fame, wealth, or approval, but from within, cultivated through time spent in contemplation. By retreating into solitude, you build a resilience that lets you face adversity with grace, navigating life's twists with a heart full of wisdom and calm. Can you feel the power of a peace that no chaos can shake? Here's where it gets real. Embracing solitude in a world obsessed with connection and hustle takes serious courage. It's like choosing to walk a quiet forest path while everyone else races down a crowded highway. Stepping away from the buzz of notifications, social pressures, or even casual chatter isn't easy. It takes strength to prioritize time alone. And let's be honest, facing your own thoughts and emotions in solitude can feel daunting, like staring into a mirror that shows every flaw and fear. But the Stoics saw this discomfort as fertile ground for growth. In these moments, you confront your weaknesses, wrestle with your doubts, and emerge stronger, more aligned with your highest values. Solitude isn't an escape. It's a bold return to your true self. The transformative power of solitude is nothing short of magical. It's not a quick fix or an easy road, but a journey of dedication, discipline, and quiet resolve. Picture solitude as a refining fire, burning away the distractions and external pressures that cloud your potential. In these still moments, you gain clarity, like a fog lifting to reveal a vibrant landscape. You strengthen your virtues, wisdom, courage, integrity, and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world. The Stoics believed solitude is where you discover who you truly are, stripping away the masks you wear for others. It's where you build the resilience and wisdom to live with purpose, facing life's challenges with a calm, steady heart. Yo, my incredible YouTube fam! We're at the grand finale of this Stoic Odyssey, and the wisdom is shining brighter than ever. We've just explored how solitude is a transformative force, forging mastery, courage, and inner peace by giving you space to grow and align with your true self. Now, let's bring it all home with a powerful conclusion, tying together the Stoic practices of solitude, silence, and self-focus to unlock a life of authenticity, purpose, and unshakable calm. Ready to step into your most vibrant, meaningful life? Let's make this closing chapter legendary. Solitude is your gateway to living authentically, a sacred space where you strip away the masks and reconnect with the real you. Picture this: you're alone, free from the roles you play, friend, colleague, partner, and the expectations piling up like heavy bricks. In this quiet haven, your inner voice speaks clearly, whispering your true desires, values, and purpose. It's like unearthing a hidden treasure chest, revealing the essence of who you are beneath the surface. The more time you spend in solitude, the louder and clearer this voice becomes, guiding you to live in harmony with your authentic self. By making solitude a regular practice, you open a door to a life grounded in self-awareness, where every choice reflects your deepest truth. Isn't it thrilling to imagine a life where you're fully, unapologetically you? This Stoic path to mastery and peace hinges on solitude's quiet power. Imagine solitude as a forge, where reflection, silence, and focused effort shape you into your strongest self. In these moments, you cultivate wisdom, like a gardener tending to a thriving plant, and strengthen your resolve to face life's challenges with clarity. Solitude frees you from the world's distractions, notifications, opinions, chaos, letting you zero in on what truly matters: your growth, your values, your purpose. It's not about hiding from life, but about building a foundation so solid that no storm can shake it. In this sacred space, you gain the insights and strength to live with integrity, crafting a life that radiates peace and purpose. Can you feel the power of a mind sharpened by quiet focus? But embracing solitude takes courage, especially in a world that glorifies constant connection. It's a bold act to step away, to choose stillness over the hustle, and to face your thoughts head-on. The Stoics knew this courage is where transformation begins. Solitude isn't an escape. It's a homecoming, a reconnection with your core. And at the heart of this journey is the Stoic philosophy itself, a roadmap to reclaim your thoughts, actions, and happiness. By prioritizing yourself, embracing silence, and mastering self-control, you unlock profound growth and a peace that feels like a steady heartbeat, unwavering amidst life's ups and downs. As we close this exploration, it's clear these Stoic principles, focusing inward, staying silent, seeking solitude, are more than ideas. They're life-changing tools. They teach us that the distractions of the world, from buzzing phones to fleeting trends, will always be there, but they don't have to rule us. Picture yourself cutting through the noise like a skilled sailor, navigating turbulent waters. using conscious discipline and quiet reflection to find calm. The Stoics showed us that true mastery and happiness don't come from external wins, likes, status, or applause, but from the peace and control you cultivate within. Through solitude, silence, and a relentless commitment to self-improvement, you build a life that's calm, focused, and deeply aligned with your values, a life well lived. Yo, my phenomenal YouTube tribe, we're at the pinnacle of this Stoic journey, and the wisdom is lighting up the path ahead. We've just uncovered how solitude, silence, and self-focus are the keys to authentic living, mastery, and a peace that radiates from within, no matter what life throws your way. Now let's wrap this up with a heartfelt call to action, inspiring you to carry these Stoic principles into your daily life and build a future filled with purpose and calm. Ready to make these lessons your own and transform your world? Let's close this epic adventure with a spark that'll ignite your soul. As you step forward into the beautiful chaos of your life, picture this. Every day is a canvas, and you're the artist, painting with the vibrant colors of self-discipline, silence, and inner focus. The Stoics handed us a timeless truth. The path to true peace and mastery isn't found in chasing external wins or dodging life's storms. It's in turning inward, listening to your heart, and staying fiercely committed to your growth. Imagine waking each morning, grounded in purpose, choosing silence over noise, and making decisions that reflect the person you're becoming. By weaving these principles into your routine, whether it's a quiet moment of reflection, a pause before reacting, or a deliberate act of self-control, you create a life that's not just content, but deeply fulfilling, unshaken by the world's ups and downs. Isn't it exhilarating to know you hold the power to craft a life that's truly yours? This journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress, about showing up for yourself every day with intention and courage. The distractions will always be there. Pinging notifications, societal pressures, the lure of comparison, but you're stronger than that. Picture yourself as a lighthouse, standing firm amidst crashing waves, your inner calm guiding you through any storm. By practicing Stoic principles daily, you build a foundation so solid that no external chaos can rattle it. You'll find clarity in the quiet, strength in your choices, and a purpose that lights up even the darkest days. This is your chance to live with authenticity, to align every step with your deepest values, and to discover a peace that feels like a warm, steady embrace from within. If this video has sparked something in you, if it's lit a fire to live more intentionally, then don't let it fade. Carry this wisdom forward. Hit that subscribe button to join our Stoic philosophy community, where we dive deeper into content that empowers you to live a life of calm, control, and unshakable purpose. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey, for showing up with an open heart and a curious mind. Your commitment to growth is what makes this community so special. Thank you for your time. If one idea touched you today, come back next time. It may reach deeper. Share this with someone who needs a quiet moment. See you in the next video.